'Tis not alone the warbling woods, the starred abysses of the sky, the silent hills, the stormy floods, the green that fills the eye. These only do not move the breast. Like some wise artist, Nature gives, through all her works to each that lives, a hint of somewhat unexpressed. Whate'er I see, where'er I move, these whispers rise and fall away. Something of pain, of bliss, of love, but what were hard to say. I could not tell it, if I could, yet every form of mind is made to vary in some light or shade, so were my tale misunderstood. Whispers by Alfred Lord Tennyson is a real gem of a poem. To dive right into it, the main reason I chose this poem was the title. I love the title, Whispers. It's short, simple, direct to the point about what this poem's about, and it kind of sets the stage for what this poem is. There's a sense of a gentle softness that comes in whispers, but there's also a quality of mystery. Something is being said that you can't fully hear, and I feel like that kind of sets the pace for what the poem is going to be about. The poem starts off with 5 really strong imagery pieces of nature. The warbling woods, which vocab word of the poem today is warbling, which means singing softly, often of a bird. So that kind of alternating chirps that birds make in forests. So warbling woods, the starred abysses of the sky, silent hills, stormy floods, and then the 5th one, which is my favorite line in the poem, the green that fills the eye. This sort of imagery of the way nature intoxicates us as we are observing it. So we start off with these 5 really strong images of nature, and I think Tennyson is setting up these examples because he's gonna draw for them as there's something being said by these things, and our reaction to those images. So yeah, I want to also dive into the structure. The structure of the poem here. Whispers is 2 stanzas long. Each stanza is 8 lines long, and each stanza is split in half. The first half has a rhyme scheme of A B A B, whereas the second half has a rhyme scheme of C D D C. For that second half, I've noticed that Tennyson really likes to write in that rhyme scheme of C D D C. For example, if I could not tell it, if I could, yet every form of mind is made to vary in some light or shade, so were my tale misunderstood. And to be honest, at first when I was reading Tennyson, I didn't really like the way that I didn't like the rhyme scheme because I felt that the C rhymes, could, stood, breast, unexpressed, just, I don't know, like I by the end of me reading it, I wouldn't hear it. But as I've been kind of chewing on these poems, I've kind of realized that it kind of incentivizes you to really leave that first rhyming word, let it linger for a while. These only do not move the breast. Pause. I could not tell it if I could. Pause. And the reason why I think you want to let it linger is because then that it will be easily recalled as you're reading it out loud. The move the breast, somewhat unexpressed. If I could, misunderstood. It's kind of a delayed rhyme, and yeah, I think that's been just something I've been learning as I've been reading, that it does actually work. You just really kind of read it as intended, I suppose. So I want to just also speak about the final line. So were my tale misunderstood. When I first read the poem, I think that to me just kind of sent me into oh, did I misread the poem? I don't want to misunderstand what he's trying to say here. And so that kind of inspired me to kind of go through this deeper analysis. And I think a couple lines kind of imply sort of this duality of these whispers. For example, the line, yet every form of mind is made to vary in some light or shade. Kind of breaking that down, I kind of see that as every form of mind is, a form of mind to me is like an idea. It's something we create in our minds. And so these ideas are made to vary in some light or shade. And to me, it's like, oh, I think our ideas can fluctuate between kind of a positive, something in the light, or something negative, something in the dark. And it's kind of how we translate our ideas to hear something positive or hear something negative. We have that. We have kind of that choice. Um, Ideas can be in positive or negative. Um, and so, yeah, I think as you kind of go through this poem here, warbling woods, silent hills, to me, those are kind of gentle images of nature. But then the starred abyss of the sky and stormy floods, and kind of a scary or kind of violent images of nature. Um, these things move us, and they whisper something, but it's up to us to kind of interpret what is it that is trying to whisper to us, because it's like he says here, um, but what were hard to say, a hint of somewhat unexpressed, uh, just like whispers. There's a sense that nature is trying to, it communicates something to us deep at our core. But it's hard. There's something kind of spiritual almost, where it's hard to be tangible about what you're experiencing, when you experience nature. So I feel like this poem really is a kind of a contemplation on, there's an unknowable quality of nature, that just, I think we as limited humans can only experience so much of these whispers, but not being able to fully comprehend what they're saying. Um, so yeah, that's Whispers by Alfred Lord Tennyson. I'm going to read it one more time. "'Tis not alone the warbling woods, the starred abysses of the sky, the silent hills, the stormy floods, the green that fills the eye. These only do not move the breast. Like some wise artist, Nature gives, through all her works, to each that lives, a hint of somewhat unexpressed. Whate'er I see, where'er I move, these whispers rise and fall away. Something of pain, of bliss, of love, but what were hard to say. I could not tell it. If I could, yet every form of mind is made to vary in some light or shade. So were my tale misunderstood." Thank you for watching. I hope that was a fun experience for you guys. I'll see you in the next one.